If you can't afford Dragoons, you don't want to be an asshole, here's a deck profile for you. What's up, you guys? I'm actually doing a very weird deck profile today. It is Dragon Link. Normally I wouldn't do this deck profile because I personally am not a big fan of Dragon Links. They're taking over the meta, kind of. But here we go. So for this deck profile, I don't run the Dragoons as you saw in the intro, and I don't run the Union Carrier with the little Buster Blader card because those are really, I mean, you don't let your opponent play, which basically the deck already does on its own. But I don't like doing that. I do it in other decks already. I don't want to have another deck that I can do it on. It's just not nice. So this version would be more of a combo, and you can still set up a board. Sure, you have a lot of negates, but they are able to get over it, and it's just more for fun. So here we go. So for this one, I run triple black metal dragon along with the red eyes darkness metal dragon. You want to see this card as fast as you can, that way you can get your plays going. And black metal dragon, normally every dragon in this deck is a one card combo, which is nuts. That's why it's so good. But I mean, either way, you want to see this as fast as you can. I also run the best card in the deck, Galaxy Safer. You're able to search your Chaos Dragons. You're able to start doing so many combos, have a crazy board by the end of it. The Rocket Tracer, pretty much I think one of or two of the tuners that I use in the deck. Also a really good card. You can pop any other card to summon a rocket monster from your deck and start synchroing, start linking. But I mean, you're kind of locked out into Dark Dragon, but that don't matter because that's pretty much the whole deck anyways. But yeah, you run 3 and 3, pretty much the best cards in the deck. We run 2 Absolute Router Dragons. I was running 3. Didn't really like it because you could mostly draw this guy like double sometimes, even though you're running a lot of. It's a 50 card deck, by the way, but you run a lot of cards, a lot of monsters, and normally I would always see this guy. Every time I would see 2 of him, and I kind of got tired of it, so I decided to just cut him down to 2. That way, maybe I can start seeing one of the tuners, one of the little guys, along with him to just start the combos going. We run 2 Rocket Recharger along with 1 Silver Rocket Dragon for our other Rocket monsters. Recharger's cool. Yeah, it does have an on-field effect, which is not bad. And then Silver Rocket, whenever a Link monster targets it, you get to search through your opponent's extra deck, which is really good as well. For our other dragons, we do run 2 Noctos. Same thing as Opposite Router. I was running 3 of them. Didn't really like drawing multiple. Don't get me wrong, he's really good, but drawing multiple of these is kind of redundant when you can only use the effect like once, and that's it. Well, once per turn, and after that the other one is just dead. So I'd rather just run 2 of. We run the rose package, but mostly we run 2 white rose and 1 red rose. A lot of people run 1 and 1. I actually like running 2 in 1 because the red rose brings out the white rose from the deck when you do the combo. But having an extra white rose means if they are able to get through it and I need to try and get over them the next turn, white rose is able to summon red rose from the grave itself just by normal summon. So that adds extra place to you. So I'd rather run 2 in 1. That way I have 1 to summon and 1 in case I need to do anything else with them. The Chaos Dragons, which is White Dragon and Black Dragon. These guys are just staple in the deck when you have Safer at 3 or any Chaos Dragon deck. But I mean, if they were at 3, this deck would be even more broken. But, cool money, right? We have our 1 Omni Dragon Brotar, Mini Levier or Levianeer Dragon. He's really good. I can see why people really hype this card up. He is really good. The brick in our deck, the Dragoonity Phalanx, you don't want to see this card in your hand. If you end up drawing it, you're kind of stuck. It's not as bad as drawing the Lance. The Lance is pretty much dead after you draw it. Phalanx, if you draw it, at least you're able to maybe do something with it. But normally it is a brick. We play just one Levianeer. He's really good. You're able to banish 3 darks, get a card from your opponent's hand, and make them not, especially if you hit a hand trap, have no interruptions for you going your combos. For hand traps, we play a lot of hand traps. We play triple Ash, the Cyframe package, and then we also play 2 Phantasmes. The Phantasmes I didn't want to play. I kind of wanted to just stick to the Ash and the Cyframe, but it is a dragon. You are able to search it off of Brotar, and I mean, normally since mostly everyone's using Dragon Link, this card actually does help you a lot because they're able to link into so many monsters that you can summon them out, get your plays or get your draws, and get into a hand trap if you need to. That way you can stop them. But yeah, normally I only ran 2. I decided to just run 2 because it's better, and you don't need 3, especially nowadays where mostly everyone's using like Synchros and fusions. He's not as like playable as he was before. He's still good, but not as good as he was before. For the traps and spells, the only traps we run is triple impermanence. I mean, it's another hand trap. Yeah, it doesn't get called by. It, you can play multiple in one turn. You could shut off the back row if you need to, if it's set on the field as well. But yeah, that's the only other trap I play. No other traps needed, because you kind of just want to get to your combo as fast as you can, and that's pretty much it. Just combo. That's the whole point of the deck. This card is busted. Chaos Space. This card, I can already see that it's probably going to get in the ban list. If it doesn't, I'd be surprised. But yeah, this card just also 1 card combo at most times. Nuts. Triple Quick Launch. This card is great. It's not once per turn. You could get your Rocket Tracer off of this, or you could get any of your other Rocket monsters if you need to continue going. It's another extender card. That's pretty much the whole point of it, just extender. If you need to, you can do a disruption play during your opponent's turn. That way you can have a blocker if they're going to try and attack you. But other than that, it's just an extender for our normal combo plays. We played 2 Boot Sectors. I was just playing 1, but I rather have 2 because usually, especially when you start off using the what is his name? I think it's Striker Dragon. He usually is the target for Ash. Most times he's the target for Ash, so because they already know what you're playing, so you kind of want to have the chance of drawing one rather than just searching it and then just being stuck. So yeah, that's why I play 2, and plus the effects on it is really good. You can summon rockets from your hand, summon rockets from your grave. It's a really good card. We only played 2 World Legacy Guard Dragons. I was playing 3 as well. I might go back to 3 for this card because I put it down to 2 because I was seeing it too much. I would draw doubles sometimes, but then I put it down to 2, and now I rarely see it. So I don't know. Well, we'll go back and forth normally with this card, but it's still a good card. Our one-ups is just the Monster Reborn, the 1-for-1, and the Lance. The other card you don't want to draw, this card is also a brick. You draw into it, and it just makes Romulus pretty much useless at times, because then you can't really continue off the combo. Especially if they destroy your Romulus, then you can't do anything. If you have Romulus and you draw this, then it's not bad. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, like I said, I don't play Dragoons or the Carrier, but I do play some other cards that are pretty much staple to the deck. I played Double Striker, really good card, searches your boot sector. Main target for Ash if you want to know about counters. No need to explain other than just he's able to get your plays going, and that's pretty much it. We do use the Guard Dragon package, LP and Pisty. Agar Pain was banned, but these guys are still here. I don't know why. I'm okay with it at times. If I'm using it, it's fine. If they're using it against me, that's when it's we have our Link Cross. That way you could get into your Herald of Arclight plays and everything using the White Rose package and everything. So, I mean, Yeah. And for our Link 2s, we play Hieratic Seal and Protector Whelp. You can end on this as your main board to end on. This is just another choice for when you get locked out by Pisty and or LP after they either destroy your needle fiber, they disrupt your play in any way. This is a good choice because it is a dragon. It's a generic dragon. So that way you can get out of that lock and start going into maybe like your Appaloosa or something. Our other Link 2s, we have Dragoonity Knight Romulus. Really good card. Part of the 1-card combo. Same as the Needle Fiber or Halka Fibrax and TCG. Amazing card. I never knew how amazing this card was until I started to use it. I would see other people say it's okay, and then it would do some stuff, but really good, especially in Dragon Link. For our Link 4s, we play Appaloosa and our Borosword. The Borosword is good for going OTKs. Normally, you can use these cards to continue off your combo, because after that, you can use the links to have another Pisty play or an LP play if you use Pisty first, considering they use the arrows to point down. Sometimes you can extend even more. Sometimes you can even have both on the field at the same time. So those are the only Link 4s, the best Link 4s. For our Synchros, we play a Metal Marcher and a Herald of Arclight for the low count. Metal Marcher is really good. These are the ones that you use mostly for the Link Cross combo. You use Metal Marcher, get that Phalanx. Phalanx will make another another monster, another dragon that you could use for Pisty or LP, and then you just synchro away into the Herald of Arclight, protecting you from hand traps. Normally, right here is where people would just say that they got Dragoons and Boral Savage, but since I don't play that, I decided to use Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. It is a dark dragon that you can summon off of Rocket Tracer since you get locked out of summoning anything but dark dragons. It is good to clear boards. It burns at the same time. Sure, your other monsters can't attack. He's the only one that can attack. But making your opponent, pretty much set up again and not expecting this card, expecting something else, is a really good play, in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, I would say go ahead and use the Dragoons if you want to. Go ahead and use the Union Carrier play if you want to. I personally don't like that playstyle for this kind of deck. You could go ahead and try them out and try this version out if you like. But yeah, make sure you check our affiliate link, subscribe, like. Let me know of any other cool plays that you could do with this deck, because I made this deck normally for someone else, but I'm playing it myself. I'm actually really enjoying it. It is fun to play. So just let me know down below, what do you think of the deck? And peace.